I'd like to talk about the three different forms of for solar eclipses. The first one is the partial solar eclipse. So first we need to understand that Sun and Earth has an orbital plane, of which Moon is about 5-degree incline. So it becomes, it is a rare event that all three of them get aligned. So because of this inclination which the Moon has with the Earth and Sun orbital plane, so when we see in a partial solar eclipse is this, that Sun gets covered only partially because of this inclination. So that is one form of a solar eclipse. And we also need to understand there are about 240 solar eclipses that happen per century. The second form of the solar eclipse is the annular solar eclipse that we are observing today in India. So that happens when Earth, Moon and Sun get aligned together. But then what is the difference? Why do we see the ring? We see the ring because Earth and Moon are at the farthest distance, right? So because of that, Moon appears smaller and it was not able to cover Sun entirely. So what you see is Sun at the center and then there's a ring. That ring is because Moon is at the farthest. That is called the point of apogee. The third one is the total solar eclipse, which is a very interesting phenomena that happens when the Moon, the same phenomena, where Sun, Moon and Earth are aligned. The inclination, it's in the sense that Moon becomes in alignment with the orbital plane of Earth and Sun, and that is when you see this corona, the solar corona that you see. It's the point of perigee where Earth and Moon are at the closest distance. So that total solar eclipses have helped us understand a very interesting phenomena of general relativity, which I've talked about previously, which Arthur Eddington observed in Africa. So what he basically did is that because the space-time gets curved because of this huge mass of Sun. So if there's a star which is close to the Sun, the apparent image gets deflected by a certain angle. So this actually proved general theory of relativity, which was later verified in 1922. Now, one more thing which is very interesting to observe, that solar eclipses or eclipses in general are the phenomena of the solar system. There was this another eclipse which the crew of Apollo 12 saw in 1969, where Earth eclipsed the Sun. And then there was another eclipse that Cassini saw, where Saturn eclipsed the Sun. That was in 2012, if I'm not wrong. Then there are very interesting phenomena which we also see in larger structures. One is called the eclipsing binaries things, which are a star eclipses a star. So when you look at the data that is available, when we are looking at a star, and if we are looking at in the line of sight like this, what you see is you see the light coming in a certain wavelength, and then you see a dip. That dip happens because one star eclipses the other in the line of sight. And that actually helps understand the structure of that system and also what kind of stars these are. I can show you some very interesting pictures which in a book by C.A. Young is there. So this one is a total solar eclipse which was observed in 1857, and this one is from 1860. So these are very interesting phenomena that we observed in the late 18 and mid 1800s. Then there was this very interesting experiment which was done, the largest expedition called the Indian Eclipse of 1898, where we did observe some very interesting spectroscopic phenomena, and that helped us understand how the metallicity of Sun was deviant from the earlier data. And one more thing which eclipses help us understand is the structure, the outer structure of the Sun, and how it is constructed in a sense that it also primarily helps us understand our own star, which is the Sun.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, Dr. Pranav Sharma, an independent science communicator. Thank you so much for joining.